Yes, we got this. We got this. Okay, I'll say pawn.
Yep.
Give you a lot of choice.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, very good. Okay, pawn.
Just take.
Yeah. Okay, knight. Neomatic's playing very fast. Okay, knight. Bishop. Miras said, oh no, Elias says David will turn bald after this game. It's already starting. It's already starting.
Oh. All right.
Okay, bishop again. Got a good opening. Let's keep it up.
Have the moves so far been what you thought?
They've been perfect. Oh, we actually have a killer move right now, but it's really hard to see.
Okay.
We have two killer moves. Which one should I suggest?
Oh, posture check.
Okay, I'll say bishop, but yeah, it's up to you now.
All right. My instinct would be to guard that. Is that the move that you had in mind?
That's not bad, but there was an even better move. We could have played a bishop takes pawn check. I don't know if you can go back.
I thought about that, but then I would just lose the bishop, right?
And then once their king comes out, then we could use our knight and give check in the middle. And then we not only would we give check, but we'd also win their bishop next move. Does that make sense? So we'd have been attacking their king.
We would have been there in check and then gone back to take.
And then we win their bishop. So we'd come out a pawn up, but it wouldn't just be one pawn. It was also the fact that their king can't castle anymore.
Yeah.
So it would be eternally weak.
Oof.
But don't worry, we're fine. We're
fine.
Let's say king.
Yeah.
So like the position is completely fine now. It's like equal chances, but that would have been. Just always look out for checks and captures. That's the first thing you should look for in every position, because if they work, they can be really, really strong.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the game. Pawn.
Okay. Just put there. Because that's protected. That's protected.
Yes. And Lopez, if I'd said knight, maybe, but it might have been the c3 knight that would have been moved. And also knight e5, black could have played bishop e6, so it's not immediately game over.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'll say pawn again.
Pawn, that could be a threat, but that weakens his defense.
Okay, solid. And thanks Neomatic for the extra time.
Yes, thank you. Kim DK said, I would be so scared playing with a GM. I feel like it's being put on the pitch for Arsenal or something. So, I mean...
I hope I'm not that scary.
I don't think so.
I'll say bishop.
Bishop? Okay. I would probably bring out...
I'm careful. Remember what their last move was.
That knight threatening there, so I would probably protect it from there. But then that kind of blocks the queen. So I would... go from there?
Either one looks good.
Yeah, I think from there, because at least that way that gives more span going on.
Yes, agreed. Okay.
Okay.
I've been asked to by the chat to ask you what opening this was. Whether you know the name. But that's a hard question, so don't worry if the answer's.
What we hear it do is go back. So what did we do? Is that's not a gambit, right?
No, because they can win the pawn back immediately. Actually, the opening is okay. This is a really hard reference, but it's to do with where I am now. If that makes sense.
Is it the name of a player though?
It's the name of region. If you think what regions, well, I nearly said it. Norway is it?
Is it? Yeah, so Norway. Oh, he's adding time. Okay.
I'll say rook. I'll say rook as well.
Rook. All right. I
States. Kim DK is not the Arctic, and Seiki is not the European. But you're right that Norway is part of both of those. Okay.
Scandinavian?
Yes. Nailed it.
Okay.
Got that. And that's right, Troz. I can't pronounce your name. Trox, Snow Warrior.
Norway,
John Bartholomew.
Kim DK got it. He said Scandinavian. It's either Sweden, Norway, or Denmark opening.
Pretty much. Okay, knight.
Alright, knight. I think potentially going there could be decent. Alright. There's no use swapping. I've been waiting for the.
I'm not saying that. If I don't say you can assume it's a good move.
Okay, okay. Alright.
That's good.
That's good. Okay, cool.
Really good. Okay, now I'll say pawn. Again, like you played the opening really well.
Thank you. I think
You're very solid.
potentially there it kind of opens up queen side. It's not probably a good idea.
Miras, you're right. If I'm not coughing, then it's a good move.
Welcome back, Zaynep, by the way.
And Chox No Warrior again says pronouncing his nickname or her nickname is tougher than getting the GM title. This is correct. GM title was a breeze compared to your username.
Alrighty. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Yeah. Bishops, knight, all decently placed. Maybe you can improve some other pieces. So I will say rook.
Rook, okay. Well, we've already moved potentially there. May make a file eventually. However,
Yeah.
that isn't. I usually don't move that.
Okay. You don't usually move that rook again.
I suppose I don't really move the rook from kingside until very late in the game, just so there's not a lot of possibility of the back.
Back rank.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's maybe fine to use the rook as long as it's still on the back rank, or as long as you give your king some breathing space a bit later. So.
Yeah.
And that rook is, I mean, it's blocked by the bishop at the moment, but long term it might be quite good on that line.
Be
There aren't
useful
any
there
pawns
to
on that.
create a line.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'll say pawn.
Pawn. I've wanted to do this for most of the game.
Trust yourself.
Okay.
Yes. Because I think actually, in general, when a bishop comes out to that kind of square to attack a knight, often it creates a pin, so the knight can't really move. So it's nice to spend, as long as you can recapture the knight, it's nice to spend time either kicking that bishop back or trying to persuade him to trade. Because then also now your king never has to worry about the back rank, because your king always has a square to run to later on. And also you've gained a bit of time forcing that piece back. So I think like maybe 80% of the time it's quite a good idea to kick that bishop back if you can. And there he retreats, so we've gained a bit of time and improved our position.
And then I'll wait and see what you say.
Okay, I'll say knight.
Knight.
Just because that tension is too much.
That could be bad.
Ooh,
Thank you very much, Kim DK, for the gifted sub. Potentially
oh,
that.
2 gifted subs.
Oh, thank you.
Oh wait, oh no, that's 1. Sorry, I can't count.
More, he said more.
I saw 2 messages.
All right, we'll go. I think we'll go there maybe.
Wait. That might. Is that okay? Okay, it might be okay. Whew, I nearly had a heart attack.
It's
fine.
just because it's protected. Oh, Kim DK, thank you very much. I think he gifted another as well. Thank you.
Oh no! Thank you, Kim DK. That's my neighbor in Denmark, apparently. Okay, I'll say rook.
Okay. Dark Riser said, "Don't let go." No, it's not terrible though.
So the reason I got a bit scared about that knight move is because it's actually attacked by the black bishop and by the black queen indirectly twice. But
okay.
at the moment it's okay because okay, we'll see what he does. But if he takes that knight with his bishop, we don't have to capture that bishop back immediately. We can trade the rooks first, and we can distract the black queen.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to explain, but we're just about holding on to that knight. But I think it's always a good idea to count those attackers and defenders, as Sofuya says.
Yes. Just as if it's a decent trade before moving.
Yeah, and like Master Chess Dojo says as well, like centralization of pieces is key, especially with the knights. So maybe earlier bring the knight towards the center was good, rather than bring it out towards the right. But okay, we're still doing fine. Okay, so I'll say knight again, just because.
Alright, we'll get him out of that position. I suppose just back to where he started from and then try and get him back there. Alright.
Yeah, knights are great on those squares. They keep the king safe, they control the center. Okay.
Well, so, I'll see what...
Yeah, I'll say rook.
Rook? Right? Rook takes rook?
It's up to you. Up to you. You're the boss in this game.
Okay.
I'll say queen.
We're not up on pieces.
It's level at the moment, so we're okay.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Try and challenge their control of the open file. This is getting very technical with this game.
Yes.
Very solid from both sides. Okay, what's he played? Ooh, that's brave.
Yes.
Okay, I'll say queen.
If you take that.
And Rohan, yes, keep up the supportive messages. You're right. Okay, I'll say knight. And Seiki, by technical, I mean that it's less about attacking and tactics. It's less about like 2-3 move attacks. Okay. Okay, so pawn. And yeah, so Seiki, it means it's like endgames. It's about just finding good squares and more the side of chess which is less well celebrated maybe. I'll say bishop. Okay, so we're down a pawn, but we can do this. We can hold.
Okay. So, I don't know if that is decent. He could just move that there and I wouldn't be able to take it. That I don't feel is good. That's bad. That does nothing.
Which one does nothing?
If I go there.
We could maybe eye up a pawn and keep our bishop on a protected square. In general, that's quite a good idea, just keeping your pieces nice and protected.
Okay. Potentially moving him there opens up that.
It does. It does. So, and also we're eyeing up a pawn like at the corner there. So if he takes time out to protect it, then we can grab the open line.
Yes.
Yes. Miras, thank you for the hints. That's perfect. And Kim DK says, I only have 3 weaknesses in chess: openings, middle game, and endgames. Don't we all? I genuinely think like all of them are worth studying at some point. Openings are fun to study, endgames as well. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, I'll say rook.
I think it's potentially so that there's no mate from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he had other priorities because we weren't threatening any checkmate yet, so he maybe should have taken a time out to do something else. Okay, now I think we're back in the game.
Cool. And then the bishop?
Maybe. Did you say bishop and highlight rook?
Oh no, I thought that you said bishop, but my instinct would have been to move the rook.
Yeah. We'll see what they do first.
Okay.
I think your instincts are probably going to be correct. It's not easy for him now. Okay, pawn.
Pawn?
I'll say pawn, yeah. But
okay.
Yeah, I'll say pawn. I was more shocked that he pushed his pawn. That's why I said pawn originally. But
okay.
Pawn here for white is good.
Threats? Actually, no, I wouldn't, because then he could go there. But that doesn't matter regardless. So.
Yeah. Do you know about en passant, right? So if you go there, he could actually capture you with his pawn.
Oh, okay.
So if a pawn moves 2 squares on the first go, they can capture as if it just moved 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I have seen it.
It's a bit of a tricky rule. So.
Yes. Okay, I will not do that. I will still potentially. Oh wait, no, you said pawn.
Like,
Thank you, Neomatic, for giving time. Okay, so I don't think that's a good trade, though.
Yeah, actually, I think we should try and cut off any potential support of that central pawn. That one, we should try and target that central pawn later.
Okay.
So we should try and stop them from giving it back up, basically.
Okay. Sense. So aim to get rid of the main pieces that are still on the board.
Yeah, that's for later, but also to stop any pawns advancing to kind of give their central pawn support.
Okay.
We want to, like, in chess, it's really good to have pawns connected. So if we can stop any pawns that can
Okay.
jump forward.
So I'll move a pawn.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So as I can't pronounce that name. Penguin.
I've been
You can
calling
pronounce the names.
I've been calling him Penguin.
Penguin. Okay. Penguin. Yeah. G4 was the move, maybe.
Yeah.
But okay, A4 is fine as well. Just gaining space. Like the reason I didn't say rook was because they could try and swap the rooks if we went the whole way up right now. But Elias, that's just mean. Penguin, is that you? Is that Andrew Tang? I don't believe it.
No, I think it is because I think he's
It is
played in
actually?
the tournaments.
Oh wow. Okay, he's a really strong player. If it is him. Okay, I'll say. Okay, I'll say pawn now.
All right, I know what the move is now.
And also, another good tip in general is like if you have a bishop, if you only have one bishop left and it's like a dark square bishop, putting your pawns on white squares is quite a good idea because then you control all the colors, all the color complexes.
Yeah.
Penguin. Everyone has to start somewhere.
Oh, he's not. Okay. I'm pretty sure he has been in the other one.
I mean 1700s. That's a really strong player, but I guess Andrew Tang as well. Like he's one of the best in the world. So I don't think many people can compete with him. Speed. Okay, I'll say bishop.
Alrighty. I would put a check. However, that could be redundant.
Check's okay. There are other squares as well. I'm not going to cough. I'm not going to say don't
Alright.
worry.
Okay, we go.
But yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong here, so just trust yourself. We'll adapt. We'll figure it out either way. Oh, I thought I said bishop there.
You did.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, it's fine. Okay, now I'll say bishop.
I just.
Yeah, bishop.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's cool. we're still okay. We're
Okay.
still fighting. It's like Neomatic seems quite cool. He won't mind that we broke the rules there.
Okay.
Tag bond's correct. You were like, you heard me say bishop, and you were like, no. I found a better
I'm
one.
sorry.
No, it's good. It's cool. That's the beauty of hand and brain. Like anything goes. Okay, I'll say king.
Okay.
Kings are
I
useful
would
pieces
probably
in the
push
endgame.
him up to assist the pawns getting to the end.
Yes. Good. Okay. I'll say pawn.
Thank you very much, Mad Hatter TDK, for the sub. Appreciate you. Go.
Penguin, you're right. Bishops are just tall pawns anyway, so like, the confusion there was natural.
I suspect David wanted bishop b6.
A bit earlier, yeah, but okay, that's in the past.
Okay.
Instead of that pawn move earlier, but yeah. Oh, that's odd. Okay, I'll say. Okay, I'll say bishop.
I don't see any use in threatening the rook. It could just move back.
Yeah.
Potentially just check him.
Okay. No. Like, you're right. Like a check's much more useful than attacking the rook, because actually his plan is to move his rook across, and because he's one pawn up, he wants to swap off the rook. So we should try and avoid that if we can.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll say rook. It's time to go active.
Okay. Alright. I would go there.
Yeah.
And then set up either taking some of the pawns or rechecking.
Yes. Look, the chat's so happy. Zug Addict fan and Penguin, they're both loving that move. Okay, I'll say rook again.
Alright.
That's the best thing in the endgame, just when you get active with your pieces. Ooh. Rook. You're on fire. You're on fire.
I'll give Neomatic a bit of time.
Okay. Yeah, he deserves. Okay, rook.
Whew. Sacrifice wouldn't be worth it, because then he would just take both of those pieces.
Yeah.
Potentially going to the back line. And then
I trust you.
we can...
Nice. Ooh, okay, rook. Oh, you're seeing things so quickly now. That's amazing. Okay, rook.
Probably just unrelated to the game, do you think that trades
Completely unrelated.
at hypothetically a similar game to this would be worth it?
Let's just say, in general, in life, when you're ahead, it makes sense to simplify things as much as possible.
All
It's
right.
like a maths equation. Just keep the equation simple.
I think
Okay. Sorry, Pneumatic. That wasn't very subtle in us.
Kim DK said this is what chess needs, GMs interacting with us mortals. I love that chess has moved in this direction.
GMs are mortals too.
What?
I like the comment earlier as well from the Dark Mock Risers. It says, "Don't worry, David. Sassy will surprise with game master level moves when you least expect it." Okay, I'll say king.
All right.
King.
I think potentially there, so that it gives the opportunity to take, and then if he ever moves the king off that file, the rook's on that file, rather than assisting that pawn.
Mm-hmm. Literally, I can't fault any of your last dozen moves. Just perfect.
Oh yeah.
Perfection. Endgame genius. Endgame maestro.
I'm getting there. Speaking of models, does David have an immortal game? Is that?
So it's like a game that will be remembered long after I'm gone. I think, Safoya, if you want to search for Howell versus Sokolov in 2009, that was maybe my closest thing. Like, there was this nice queen sacrifice at the end to checkmate. And as Naman says as well, I also have the immortal game of losing to a 12-year-old. So. Sokolov, so it's Sokolov. Not Sokolova. Okay. Anyway, okay, pawn.
All right.
Nice. Okay, I'll say bishop. And Golf R3SH says the only difference is Cersei now has someone reading the chat for her and she's taking down a 1700. That's the thing, multitasking, that's the only thing stopping you from becoming a game master.
Well, I would go there because of the pressure on that pawn. The king wouldn't be able to take it, but the rook could. So I would.
Perfect. Yeah. So now we're ganging up on that pawn 3 times, and they're only defending it twice, so we can take it next move.
Yeah.
That's normally how I just count. And Mac Burnout says, David, have you met Magnus while living in Oslo? Actually, so I've been in Oslo for just over 2 months now in Norway, and Magnus, the whole time he's been on holiday out in some very warm countries, but he's coming back after his next tournament next month, and yeah, we're going to hang out and play some blitz and things. I know him quite well. I've studied with him. I've played him many times. I've been on the same Norwegian team as him, so yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, I'll say bishop. And tag 1, unfortunately I'm not living in Magnus's house. He has like the biggest flat, like the nicest flat I've ever seen. I'm in some small little apartment, but one day I'll be his like live-in maid or something. And Namanti, you clean my home daily if you accept me, if I accept you as a student. We'll see. We'll work something out. Okay, I'll say pawn.
Okay.
Golf wants me to set you up with Magnus.
Oh.
I think you can do better.
Thanks. For this one, I watched something recently on if he ends up moving there, I kind of know how to get past it, so I'm going to go for that.
Oh.
Could potentially be terrible, but if he goes there, I know that you move the middle one to get a pass pawn.
Yeah. Yes. See, you've already done the homework, the research.
Yes.
That's half the thing in endgames. It's just recognizing the same patterns. They come up in different ways, but they come up all the time. So
yeah,
that'll be perfect.
I just need to get the rest of the game and time.
But actually, like that's how they study in Russia, for example. They study the endgames first because if you know what to aim for at the end, then it makes the earlier parts easier. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you know what pieces you want to end up with, if you know what pawn structure you want to end up with.
Where to aim for. It took me a few months into playing, so recently learning what squares the knights end up being useful on and forks with the knights, because I used to just kind of use them as like cannon fodder, kind of sacrifice them to swap for bishops.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, knights are great pieces, but talking of bishops, I'll say bishop, by the way.
Alright.
But yeah, you're right. Like knight forks. Actually, knights are the trickiest ones because they're not linear pieces, so they definitely take the longest to master.
Yeah.
I prefer my bishops normally, but matter of taste. Yeah.
I know that bishops are mostly useful endgame from their mobility. I would go there just so if he moves that.
Mm-hmm. Looks good.
However, he could do that if he wanted. And it's still fine, I believe.
I think, yeah, I agree. Like, okay, I'll say bishop again. But I think the reason everyone studies openings is just because they're the easiest to remember, and you can guarantee you'll get them every time. Endgames, you can't guarantee you'll get them, but and it's easier to remember the names of the openings and things. But But yeah, endgames equally as important. And when I made my big improvement when I was young was when I studied those endgames. So yeah, Seiki, you are right. Okay. Now I'll say pawn. Oh, and Muka Glossa, you're right. Studying checkmates is also a good idea. Mad Hatter, you'll thank me eventually. You'll thank me eventually. King DK says, where are the glasses? Okay, sorry, difficult decision for you.
No, that's okay. I'm going to potentially go there. If he takes with that, I could get a pass pawn, maybe. Or he could take with that. I would do that.
Looks good.
Sassy can be like the Ellen Nilsson and own 3 copies of Dvoretsky. That's a few references I don't understand yet.
So Ellen Nilsson's a Danish streamer. She's a very strong player, and I'm guessing that Type 1 means that she owns 3 copies of the same endgame book, but she hasn't actually studied any of them. So
okay.
Dvoretsky, famous endgame. Okay, I'll say rook.
Rook, okay. I would go here because he has to move the king and then I get a free rook.
Nice. Okay, I'll say rook.
Is that worth the trade? Yes.
Yes! Nice. Okay. I'll say
Hell yeah.
king.
Okay. We'll move him out of the way so we can kind of get that happening. Mira's asked, who were your idols in regards to chess players as a kid?
Okay, I mean, I guess it was Gary Kasparov because he was world champion at the time, and I was very lucky. Just a few years ago, I got to meet him. He invited me to his house, and we played some training games. So it was kind of nice to meet my idol. They say you should never meet your idols, but that was once in a lifetime. Okay, I'll say pawn.
Pawn?
But yeah, my other idols were Nigel Short and Michael Adams, just because they were the best players in England, and I think stylistically, I've become quite similar to both of them in a way. Okay, I'll say pawn again.
I should have done that.
No, you're playing perfectly. Literally, I can't. I haven't coughed after any of your suggestions, so you're playing perfect chess. Literally, as Zug Addict says, like you're on a rampage in this game.
Thank you.
Just...
So pawn?
Yes.
Okay. It wasn't an option, anyways. he was able to take it. Well, okay, we'll be able to get that past him since
Yeah. Okay, I'll say pawn. King. In Zashi, have I collabed with other streamers? Yes. Okay, I'll say pawn. So I think Fiona was here earlier, Fionketta. I've been on her channel quite a lot, but like quite good friends. But okay, I'll say bishop. But yeah, not every day in Zashi. Neomatic. Let it play out. Thank you. That's really kind of you to ask. Order is wholesome. Who increased my interest in chess? I think it was just that I enjoyed the. Okay, I'll say bishop. Yeah, I just enjoy the kind of the community and the winning and lots of things. I don't think it was one specific person. Okay, I'll say bishop.
Penguin says there's always a chance of stalemate.
Bishop. Exactly. At least you know what to avoid now. Hopefully. Bishop.
I would just go there, I suppose, so he cannot go there or there or there. And then I have a pass to the end.
Exactly. It's as if you're reading my mind. All of these.
Do you ever find teaching frustrating at all? Or even with the hardest to teach? Can it be satisfying?
I've taught way harder students than you, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it can be frustrating, but it's so satisfying when you see them. Like, okay, I'll say pawn, but when you see a student kind of
A breakthrough.
take on these when they take on these new ideas and actually put it into use, it's like the most satisfying thing in the world. So
Yeah.
Okay, pawn.
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, just no stalemates. Queen. Okay, king. Pawn. Okay. Queen.
It's getting dicey.
Yeah, just you've got time on the clock. Just remember, no stalemates. You're right, my lad. Maybe I made it hard. And the dark mock rises. That'll be next time.
That's a stalemate, right?
As long as the king's in check, it'll never be stalemate.
But once he gets to that position.
Ooh, okay. Now we've got to be really, really careful. Okay, I have to say queen now.
I think potentially maybe that's a stalemate. So
yes.
potentially go there. And then it gives us a chance to move our king a bit closer. You're face palming. I'm hovering in the wrong spot.
I'm nervous. No. You're hovering in the right spot.
Oh, okay.
As long as you. Yes.
That's good enough for me.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were right, by the way. Like, you highlighted the one square that was stalemate. That was the only stalemate in the position. So it's good that you avoided that one, basically.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'll say bishop.
Bishop. Put him in check. If he moves there, that doesn't work anymore.
Okay, I'll say queen. Yeah, Miras, maybe I'll mention that at the end. I'm a Zugadik fan, I think you were right. I realised that as soon as I said.
Oh.
You've got this, you got this.
So it's queen and we need to, it's either that one or that one. Actually, no. We could go there. And then move the king closer.
Yeah, as Milad says, as long as it's check, we're fine.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say king.
Alright. It's checkmate after that.
Yeah.
So if he goes there, then the queen can move there and then checkmate.
Queen. Yes. Woo.
Yay!
We won. Thank you, Neomatic, for letting it play out to the end.
Thank you. I'm sorry if that was really painful for everyone. But yeah.
But that was good. Do you feel more confident now with the checkmates?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's the key thing. The key thing to remember, as the chat was saying, like just always checks. As long as the opponent has a move or has a square to run to, it's always fine.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Silver Edge Guy, as well, for the cheers.
that was tense. I was panicking at the end.
Patience.
But you still, like, that endgame, literally, I don't think you went wrong at all at any point in that endgame. It was awesome.
Do you think I could have checkmated quicker? There was potential.
Yeah, but maybe, but it's not about how quickly you checkmate. You went like slow and steady, which is the best way anyway.
Okay.
And especially with players who are kind of still getting to terms with these checkmating patterns. But the worst thing to do is try and rush, because that's how they blunder pieces, or that's how they blunder stalemate. So.
Yeah.